All right, here we are in a beautiful Pinole, California near San Francisco, looking at a very nice 53 Chevy Club Coupe. It's received a body off restoration, 350 V8, 4-barrel V8, 350 trans, a 10-bolt rear end in it, front disc brakes, power, Heights front suspension with fully independent control arms and rack and pinion steering. But anyway, we're going to go around. We'll tell you a little bit more. I have a note and cheat sheet in my hand, which I do sometimes. Going to ramble on and try and not get interrupted and not try and make too many mistakes. We're shooting in the shade so you can see the reflections. It's a seafoam gray, or green, excuse me. I told you I'd make a mistake. It's like a seafoam green or a sea mist green. The roof is a like an emerald metallic green. It's a very nice car. It's got a nice vintage feel to it. It was professionally built by a gentleman named Roy Rockwell in Washington State. I said it right, I think, Rockwell. It has Newport Engineering wipers on it, so the wipers are functional. But just a very nice, it is very straight. We'll kind of give you a peek down the side here. You can see the reflections. Folks are going to walk in the park there. Appears to have deluxe trim on it. We'll go around and we'll do a little research and look at the data tag. We'll take a picture of that, and you definitely want to go to spudsgarage.com. Those are American Racing TTO wheels. We have tire size coming up on the undercarriage portion of it. See the front disc brakes, they are power. We will have it up on a lift for you to take a better look. The inside and out on this car is extremely nice. The wiring, just everything, top to bottom, body off restoration. Cars like this, like I said, are just fun to own, fun to find, hard to find. Looks like the hood's been shaved of its trim, which is nice. The chrome on the car is absolutely beautiful. The gaps are right to left, but the plating's very nice. The chrome and the polished stainless, all the stainless on the car is extremely nice. Give you a peek down the side of the car there. I try not to get too shaky. This camera does have some image stabilization, but it's not the best in the West. Like I said, all the gaps are nice on the car. The paint is nice on the car. I'd estimate the build at about 10 years old. Again, this is an emerald green metallic, but the stainless on the car is just spectacular. The deluxe stainless trim. The rock guards on the rear forward edges are nice. The rocker moldings, stainless, are nice. Door gap's nice there. They used a lot of stainless hardware all throughout the car to bolt the fenders on and so on and so forth. All the latches have been CAD plated. Latches and screws have been CAD plated. The weather strips are very nice. Again, door jamb to door jamb. The dash is painted two-tone just like the car. So the top color's here and the body color's here. Yep, UC air conditioning right there. Knee knocker AC. It's vintage AC compressor. In the glove box here's a full audio system. It's an Alpine Audio 4-speaker. Somebody spent a lot of time plating and doing this car right. Give you a look here. Get around the driver's side, we'll give you a better view too. There's a remote that was on the floor that operates the audio system. The carpet's a wool style, it's very nice. It also comes to the bottom of the doors here. Like I was saying, the stainless hardware. Right down here, all the way down, all these screws are all stainless. The upholstery's done like vintage style, with vertical pleats. Again, CAD plated latches. We'll show you the back seat here in the headliner. Squeaky clean is this little car. Again, wait till you see the undercarriage. Put that down. I know I'm talking a lot, but there's a lot to talk about on this car. Door shuts absolutely perfectly. Look at the gap. Has drum brakes on the rear. We're going to step back here and let you take a better look at it from a different stance. The trunk fit is very nice. A couple of the photos I think I didn't have the trunk shut all the way, but the gap is nice here on the back. So you're going to go to the still photos at Spud's Garage. If I made a mistake and didn't have it shut all the way, I'm showing you in the video here. The gaps on the trunk are very nice. Notice all the deluxe trim around the rear window. Oops, I got crooked on you. These videos are a little long, but if you're seriously interested in one of these cars that I have posted, it gives you a really good feel. And you get to know it just like you're almost here. Well, you are. Same level of detail in the fuel door. It's even got the little rubber bumpers right here so it shuts right. The horn works on the car. Boom. Again, the stainless is very nice right in here. All of it is. Somebody spent a lot of time polishing the stainless and trim on this car. Look at the quarter reflections there. Again, door gaps. Open this baby up. I'm going to try and keep going. Sometimes I take a break here, but Spudman's going to stay on a roll. I've been on the road for 3 or 4 days inspecting cars. Yeah, it's just a beautiful day here. Probably, it's about 10:30 in the morning. It's 60-some degrees. Out at a park in the shade. Back side of the seats are the same way. Seat belts in the front. And this is a very high-end wool carpet that's been trimmed around the edges with matching upholstery. It's got blacked out pedals on it, which doesn't, you know, it helps you, it doesn't draw your attention from the rest of the dash, which is just beautiful. As mentioned, it has a 350 automatic transmission. It's a column shift here. It does have a neutral safety switch, which is important when you're doing one of these cars. Obviously you saw the emergency brake pedal down there. Give you a close-up of the Chevrolet on the dash. Waterfall dash trim is just gorgeous. Show you the gauges. Used to belong to a little old lady up, and the miles on the odometer show 72,531. I couldn't tell you if those are original or not, but this is supposedly restoration was done on a low mile car. But very, very nicely done. Not overdone. Looks like a radio delete panel down there at the bottom, but again, if you're watching prior part of this video, there's a radio in the glove box, Alpine 4-speaker. The VIN on the car is Baker 53 0014 983. If my eyes are working right, I'll have a picture of that at Spud's Garage. Look at the gaps on the hood right there. Sweet. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. Yeah, I opened that up on the other side, Richard. Okay. The horn blows. I know I've honked it a couple times. It's a little loud. Hey, get in. You won't find a much nicer 53 out there, I can tell you that. Come to spudsgarage.com. You're on Spud's Garage YouTube, and definitely hang on. Look underneath the engine compartment here. Boy, the hits just keep coming with this car. This is a very nicely done car. 350 Chevy with a 4-barrel. Edelbrock 4-barrel on it. Looks like it's got heat-coated headers on it, block hugger style. We will have undercarriage video. Looks like the factory air intakes are set for vents inside the car. They're still there. The firewall is done very nicely. It looks like they've taken the ribs out of it and smoothed it somewhat. Has HEI ignition. Notice all the hardware on the car is all stainless. Even on the hood hinges is stainless bolts and hardware. The plug wires are nicely routed. what's really neat on this car is you can tell the level of detail that the guy took in wiring the car. It has a micro fuse panel in it. The wiring's very nicely done. Wire ties every few inches. Heat shrinked all the connectors, I'm assuming. They've been either soldered or correctly crimped. Again, stainless hardware in all the fender aprons right here. Very nicely done car. There's the AC compressor. It does have air conditioning. Again, the detail of the wiring right there. I know I'm covering that a lot, but that's always nice to see when somebody spends the time on the car and actually wires it. Nicely done. Electric choke on it. Again, interior vent for air. Let air vent into the car, and they are connected. Right here is what I'm talking about, these tubes. Aluminum teapot style air filter. Just kind of get a little quiet there as I think about things as I'm going around here. My brain clicks all the time. Edelbrock aluminum intake, looks like it's been powder coated. Aluminum water pump. Flex cooling fan with a custom built fan shroud. Just the kind of car you can drive. I'll give you a look at the bottom side of the hood here. Anyway, we want to give you the idea. Hang on to the end of the video here. We definitely have more. Make sure you go to spudsgarage.com. I click off a lot of photos of these cars. Try and cover every square inch for you. Wait till you see the undercarriage video out here and on a lift coming up soon. Go to spudsgarage.com when you're done. Pulling it up so I can do the last photo shoot of the video here, but I thought I'd leave it run for a second there, Richard, and give it a little bit. Nice and subtle, very nicely done. A little chilly this morning, so there's a little condensation in the pipe. All right, we're gonna do a little video of the trunk here, just like the rest of the car. This is a very nice car. You can tell, we talked about this possibly being a car from a little old lady. When you see the trunk padding here in between the deck lid or the sound insulation there, that's all original and it looks really nice. It's really hard when you find these cars to, usually that's all chipped off and broken and weird, but very high-end restoration. CAD plated the trunk mounting bolts, the deck lid mount bolts. The carpet in the trunk is more of a functional type. It has a black carpet underneath and it has some jute padding, but really it's for putting your chairs in. These are factory style panels in the back. Of course, it has a full-size spare here. Anyway, we think you get the idea on the trunk. Hang on to the end of the video. We're definitely going to have a lot more for you. All right, really nice. We're going to have one up on the lift, but we wanted to share the undercarriage under natural light. This is a very nicely done car. You're going to find plenty more specs at Spud's Garage. Power disc brakes, fully independent front suspension, rack and pinion steering, stabilizer bar, front disc brakes power. It's always fun to do the outside walk around here so you kind of get a feel. This is a kind of car that you could definitely stick a mirror under if you wanted. It's not a bling machine, but it's not meant to be. It's exceptionally clean with a body off restoration. Give you a good feel there. It's not all powder coated or it's not all rattle canned, it's all powder coated. I said that backwards. The chassis was completed separately from the body. Take a look right there. Those wheels are American Racing TTOs, I believe they're called. I'll give you a tire size here. They're 235/70 R15s in the rear. Powder coated fuel tank. Body color floor pans. 10-bolt rear end. Man, you gotta just dig cars like this. Parallel leaf springs in the rear. You're going to hear me say the same stuff when I get up on the lift here in just a minute, but while we're out here photo shooting, we wanted to share the undercarriage of the car. If you're looking for a nice Chevy Club Coupe, this is a really nice car. It's the second car I've listed for this gentleman. Every one of them is just spectacularly nice. Thanks for visiting. Hang on for more, and make sure you go to spudsgarage.com. One more thing. Front tire size is a 215/60 R15. As promised, we're going to show you the undercarriage up on the lift. Wow. This would be the end of the video, but it's a sweet ending. Look at the undercarriage in this car. An obvious body off restoration, as we've said before. Nothing's been rattle canned. This is all powder coated stuff. Powder coated are obviously the body color. Floor pans have been painted. Has a Chevy or GM 10-bolt rear differential, drum brakes, Bilstein shocks, parallel leaf springs, has Edelbrock True Flow RPM series True Flow mufflers on it. Kind of go a little bit slow here and catch you all the way through. All new stainless fuel lines. Grade 8 bolts where they're supposed to be. It has updated power disc brakes. It has disc brakes on the front, but there's a power booster with a dual reservoir master cylinder. Set your brake bias front to rear right here. All done brake lines. We'll get over here onto the side here and there's a turbo 350 automatic transmission. This car is extremely tidy. GM disc brakes on the front, tubular control arms. That's a Heights independent front suspension add-on, professionally added to the car. There's the engine mounts that attach to that Heights front end. So it's hung on the side, 350 Chevy. Bilstein shocks in the coilovers there, or the coils. Go underneath here, pardon my losing a little sight of the car there for a minute. Same thing up front. All powder coated components. Has a stabilizer bar in the front, a huge one. Go back here again. Give you a view going back the other direction. Like we've said throughout this video, definitely go to spudsgarage.com when you're done. You'll see the stainless hardware here. Stainless hardware on the fender brackets, much like we talked about. Stainless hardware bolting the fender to the rocker there. Rock solid, no rust, no worries. Nicely done, ready to go. Go to spudsgarage.com. You're on Spuds Garage YouTube, and of course you might see it on Spuds Garage eBay. Thanks for coming.